stomach. What's this?
It looks like a Viennetta.
I must admit, I hadn't looked at it like that.
Teeth.
Yeah, I'll give you that. It's an elephant's tooth. It's a bit of a sad sight on its own, but remember, ground down, that's going to give an erection to 2,000 Chinese businessmen. Well done, Sarah. That's a point to you. What do you think when you're dissecting an animal of this stature, what do you think is one of the biggest dangers?
Suddenly becoming overcome by the horror of your own life.
Exploding stomach? Or exploding innards? Gases?
Well, let's take a look.
Before dissection can begin, we must release the gases that have built up inside.
Just shows you, though, how much gas builds up within 24 hours.
With lots of gas being produced and some liquid content as well, so we just need to relieve all that pressure.
You did that deliberately.
Astonishing. The only way that could have been more impressive is if they stuck a trombone in the hole and made it play Nelly the Elephant.
Do you know what really got me was Richard Dawkins, though? Did you see Richard Dawkins? Why has evolution chosen to give Richard Dawkins a woman's voice? I'd have much preferred if they had like a creationist scientist on there who'd spent the whole time talking about how amazing it was that these things fitted onto the ark. Oh, it must have been massive! Must have had a special room for this!
I'd have liked to have seen what would have happened if Richard Dawkins had cut it open and seen a serial number. Or a label that said Made in Eden. So that you'd have to like cover it up with a sleeve.
He's so delighted at all evidence that there's no God. He's absolutely fucking delighted that there's no God, Dawkins. He's just got a big smile on his face going, we live in a meaningless universe. With all super-evolved monkeys clinging to a rock that's falling through space.
But at least, I mean, I liked the fact that the programme had an agenda. It had a purpose. Didn't that strike you as a good thing?
It had a purpose to find out stuff that we already knew.
It was as if someone has thought, where haven't we been? And let's have a look inside it.
I am appalled at all of you!
It was
you scientific Philistines! It was an amazing programme! It was an astounding spectacle! I haven't seen inside an elephant, or a crocodile, or a giraffe! Fuck you all!
Do you want to see an elephant? Get yourself down the fucking zoo, right? Elephants are quite interesting. In fact, the only uninteresting part of an elephant is its fucking pancreas.
Anyway, as we, or rather I, have established, Inside Nature's Giants, the brilliant programme, tries to explain how and why the animals evolved as they did. But what new ability or body part would you like to evolve? I'm going to ask you each in turn, starting with you, Rhys.
I think I would like little loops of skin all down my arms, just like cup holders. And maybe like little, just little pockets here and there for like pound coins.
It'd be amazingly disappointing if what we evolve into is the same thing with flesh dungarees.
I suppose that would be useful on a desert island because you could just nip them off and fry them.
Calamari.
What a disgusting, disgusting idea. Sarah, what would you like?
I'm kind of already working on something.
What?
I'm developing a cake shelf. Because I really don't like kids, and I think there's enough kids in the world, so I reckon if I make myself sort of impregnable by being a little bit fat, then I won't have to get pregnant.
Frankie?
I'd like to evolve a leather tongue so I could eat chips without blowing on them. Or maybe just be able to blow on them with my fingers. I think if Scottish people evolve, it will be basically based around chips.
I'd quite like, genuinely, at one point I wanted the ability to turn my head 90 degrees so I could lie down and watch TV. To crick my neck. There was a terrible period in my life where I genuinely turned a TV on its side for several days because I didn't want to get out of bed. I would say that the leather tongue is possibly the most imaginative example. So, point to you, Frankie. Luckily, we're done with dead creatures. Next week in TV Club, we'll be talking about the Jeremy Kyle Show. It's on ITV every weekday morning and unfortunately never ends in an autopsy. See you after.